believe that if you sow injustice, crime, illegal drugs or narcotics, then you will reap disorder. Or in other words, there will be no order nor peace. It was our hope that President Duterte would be able to institute the reforms needed by the country without declaring martial law in any part of the country. However, due to actual rebellion, terrorism, and the presence of ISIS on Philippine soil, the declaration of martial law in Mindanao became a necessity. Excellencies, colleagues in government, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the Department of Foreign Affairs on short notice. I would have preferred that my first meeting with you be held under more pleasant circumstances. However, urgent national security matters bring us together this afternoon. On May 23, President Duterte signed Proclamation 216 declaring a state of martial law in Mindanao. Thus, Your Excellencies, allow me to give you a more thorough briefing on the legal framework, objectives, and factual basis of the declaration of martial law. May I assure you that the President and the government remain steadfast in its commitment to uphold the Philippine Constitution and ensure that efforts to enforce peace and order are done with due regard to the laws and preservation of our people's constitutional rights. In other words, no abuses. May I quote from the President directly upon his arrival from his trip to the Russian Federation, wherein he directly stated that he or I assure you, I am not willing to allow abuses. Government is running, Congress is functioning, the courts are open for citizens to seek their grievances. Your Excellencies, we will answer questions after the initial briefing to be given by General Purisima. There are two areas of concerns that were communicated to me: the legal framework, because the two previous Philippine constitutions had different provisions and safeguards on martial law from the present Philippine Constitution. And secondly, the factual or the facts on the ground, especially for those of you, Your Excellencies, who have nationals in Mindanao. So at this point in time, may I ask the Philippine media if you can excuse us due to the nature of the briefing, and may I call General Purisima. Thank you.
May request our colleagues from the press to please exit the auditorium.